Hey, what's up, you guys? Team Punk Yu-Gi-Oh here. Alright, it is about that time of year again where we get a new ban list now. The vanilla monsters in these slots are kind of just a buffer to separate like my ban cards and my cards that I'm limiting and semi-limiting, etc. So let's just jump right in it. The ban cards, I think, one of them should be the Jin Releaser of Rituals. I know this card isn't a problem unless it's in Necros, but it is a pretty big problem. You can't limit it because people only really play one. They max it out if they just want to hurt the mirror match, but they play one just in case they're playing against like Rogue or other things. So they at least play one, so you can't really limit it. So I'm just saying probably should ban it before it gets out of control. Speaking of out of control, a card I think should get banned preemptively is Red MD. With the advent of dark matter on the horizon in just 2 days, 3 days if you count Friday or whatever. On Friday when dark matter drops, Red MD is going to be the bane of everybody's existence, bringing back Galaxy Eyes, Tachyon Dragon, and Prime Photon Dragon just to overlay into more shenanigans. Now you could say they could ban the Dragon Rulers, but this card facilitates stupid shenanigans more. Bring it back with the Red Eye stuff, but ban it for now, which is kind of stupid because I think Crossover Souls is coming out in May. Well, the Red Eye stuff comes out in the set after Crossover Souls, so around August or something like that. So I don't know. I think it should get banned. It is way too much of a problem in that dark matter deck. You could ban the Dragon Lords, but I think this is like the main problem. Being able to get 2 dark matter effects off just with this one card is pretty stupid, and it would give Eclipse Wyvern like nothing to search for, so it would make that thing utterly useless outside of Dark Armed. So yeah, I think Red MD should go. And the last card I'd figuratively ban is Snatch Steal. This card's ruined the format. I was optimistic about it when I heard it coming off the list, but playing with it and having it played against me and things like that, you can say I'm salty or whatever, but I play Snatch Steal just like everybody else, and it's 1-me games, and I don't like that it's 1-me games because it's too stupid. So yes, that was my 3 cards I think should get put to 0: Jin, Red MD, and a Snatch Steal. Moving on to the limited section, I think Brio should go to 1, I think, mimicking the OCG list, because it's like the big problem of Necros is Brionac. Being able to tutor for pretty much anything, being able to tutor for your tutors for other tutors, and things of that nature is just way too disgusting a card, because if we can't even have Stratus, why should we have this? In some people's own words, that's their argument. So yeah, I think Brio should get the hit just because he's too good, but I don't think it will because it's way too new. Moving right along, Tour Guide, big OTK facilitator for Burning Abyss, gets the deck running. For this reason, I don't think it will get hit, but I think it needs to get hit down to at least 1, maybe at least 2, but I think 1 would, make it just that one of Tour Guide and Burning Abyss that you're pretty much always going to go for with Skarm. So with everybody making Mind Crush, it's a pretty dangerous play. And it'll force Burning Abyss players to think in terms of more Burning Abyss monsters or Crane, things like that. So Tour Guide, I'm sorry to say it, but even though I am a Burning Abyss player, you kind of got to go to 1. I think Stratus should get put back to 1 just so people can stop bitching about it. I really have no opinion on Heroes. Heroes is a fun deck, but Stratus won't really do anything for it, I don't think. Stratus does facilitate bubble beat OTKs and stuff like that, so doubtful it will come back, But come on, I mean, it's just Stratus. Nobody's playing back row, so you can't use that other effect, really, unless it's against Clifford, and everybody wants to break out their Divine Wind. So Konami, listen to the pleas of the public, I suppose, if you want to. And into the spells, Preparation of Rites, if they were to hit Necros, hit Prep and Brio, and that would kind of kill the consistency of the deck without killing the power of it, which, is a pretty good balance. But with Preparation of Rites getting reprinted in Gold Series in a couple days, I doubt it'll get hit, but I would, put it to 1 if I was in charge, which I'm not. But yeah, Preparation of Rites, being able to 2-for-1 cards is great, nonetheless. And the last spell is Sacrifice. This card is the main problem of Klee, I find, aside from, of course, generic floodgates that they play. Sacrifice is, the thing that gets the deck going into OTK position and things of that nature. Being able to equip a Carrier Sacrifice, ensure it lasts a turn, and then you're able to sacrifice it for a disc to go for the Monolith OTK or Stealth and be able to do stupid things with that monster. And Sacrifice replaces itself with a card that could potentially get another Sacrifice. So you could 2-for-1 Sacrifice, and 2-for-1s aren't really that great for the game. But yeah, Sacrifice needs to get hit to 1. Again, mimicking OCG, but it's just the main problem card I see of Clifford. Everything else is pretty much alright, in my opinion, aside from this card. And the only trap I really have, in my opinion, limited is Emptiness. Once again, mimicking OCG land. Just because everybody has Emptiness now, it's getting real tiresome of everybody, flipping that Emptiness, and it's just like, okay, MST it, they have another one, okay, cool. Royal Oppression got hit to 2 and then 1 and then banned. Come on, Emptiness, it's about your turn. And of course, on the limited section, I include all the banned cards getting reprinted in Gold Series. Crush Card, Sinister Serpent, Temple of the Kings, Ring of Destruction, and Exchange of the Spirit. I do apologize if I didn't get all of the banned cards and put them on this list, because I just couldn't remember them off the top of my head. I believe it is only these 5, so correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Moving on to the 2s, I think Motek should go to 2. I love the card, I love Sanctum, and I love the Artifact Engine, but I think he prematurely got hit. He didn't get hit in hat format, he got hit when he really wasn't relevant. I do admit that I believe Motek is the best in terms of spot removal for the game, but it really wasn't doing anything at the tail end of the format when it was shifting to more Burning Abyss and Klee and Chaos Shaddoll playing Dark Armed and Eclipse Wyvern and Denko Sekka. People were starting to shun away from trap cards. So with the advent of trap cards being brought back, I think Motek could, go to 2 or 3. I'd prefer 3 myself just because I love the card, but 2 would be fine as well. And then the only card I also put to 2 is Thunder King, just in case they don't hit Necros. It would be nice to get some sort of additional walking floodgate that we can stop them with. We just can't let this format get too out of hand now, can we, Konami? So Thunder King to 2 seems like a wise choice. And then I also put Dante to 2, just because 3 Dantes is really stupid for Burning Abyss. Having 2, it seems more balanced. They have to think about their Dante plays instead of just going lol first turn Dante, without Fire Legs or anything to protect it, and they could just be I have 2 more and I can recycle them all with the same one, but being forced to recycle one Dante with the other Dante and vice versa, and things like that makes players think of more creative ways to use the cards. So that's why I would put Dante to 2. And then going to 3, I think Glow Up Bulb should go to 3, just because people play 1 or none. So I really Spores at 3. I don't see why Glow Up Bulb couldn't go to 3. I'd like Lone Fire Blossom to go to 3, just because it would help increase Gold Series sales, as people would want to build Sylvanas again. Me personally, I've been playing with the deck and it's really fun with the new cards, but I think Lone Fire isn't that much of a threat anymore. With Soul Charge at 1, I just don't think Lone Fire deserves to be limited at this time. Gores hasn't really shown to be much of a threat at 2, so 3, why not? Convocation, with the banning of Red Eyes, putting Convocation to 3 doesn't seem like too bad of an idea, because you're able to go for a Tum and not go for broken shenanigans with Red Eyes and bouncing it back with M7 and all these other shenanigans. So Convocation going to 3, yeah, it might help Dark Matter out, but again, they don't have that Red Eyes to truly put their nuts on the table and go, alright, take this beating. Darkhole can go to Darkhole is kind of on the edge for me. I do not think it should stay at 2, but I don't know if it should go to 3. I know 1 Darkhole didn't do anything, and 2 Darkholes is like meh, but I could see it honestly going to 3 and not be too much of a problem. It's just like spot removal. I've seen way too many people like 2 for 1 or 1 for 1 Darkhole, so that seems like a pretty fair trade. So it could go to 3, I suppose. Goyo can go to 3. He's pretty much irrelevant. He's an irrelevant elephant in this situation, so not much needed to be said. DSF can go to 3 because he doesn't do anything either. Ceasefire, I could potentially see Ceasefire going to 3 just because it went to 2 last format. I know that's kind of a bad call. Damn it. A bad call on my part. But, burn decks, alright, you got it. We haven't really seen a surgence of too many burn decks, so, Ceasefire can be played in Volcanics. I'm okay with that. And let me know what you guys think of the ban list. If you guys have any cool predictions, anything I should, think about to add. But I don't want to see any, lol, Virgil should get banned or anything like that just because you lost to it or something like that. I will see you guys later.